we good? Are we good? Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. It wasn't BrickNet. I can assure you guys it wasn't BrickNet. What happened was, and I should have guessed this, I was trying to upload something onto YouTube at the same time as I was streaming. So you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Obviously, what you do is you don't upload quite a big file that's a few gigs while you are streaming. That's not really going to work. So I learned my lesson. I learned what I had to do. And you know what? I rest me case. I rest me case, man. So that's all good. That's all good. We're all good. We're all fresh. We're all good. We're all nice, man. So guys, welcome to the Q&A, man. Some very good questions. Some very good questions that were sent down. If I didn't get to your question, then, it's nothing personal. But, I had to make an executive decision based on the questions that I had to pick. But the questions were good. The questions were very good, man, and so forth, man. So I think, we're going to have some fun, man. So, guys, shout out to everyone in here. Shout out. I could see the merchants guys in here. Oh, Lord, LSK is now sending us to say something. So LSK Laxon says, what time do you call this? LSK? Bro, it's called don't upload a file to YouTube while you stream. It's nothing complicated. It's nothing wild. It's nothing mad. Just don't upload something onto YouTube while you're streaming. It is what it is. It is what it is. So you live and you learn. Okay, you live and you learn. So guys, man, let's without further ado, so guys, look, man. We're going to talk about the FA Cup semi-final because I want to. This is going to be a Q&A, but the sentiments of Q&A. Let's talk a little bit about that FA Cup final that's coming through, man. Shout out to Man City. I saw Ferran Torres' goal. That goal was insane. That was an insane goal. And shout out to Man City. Because I was just doing the calculations. They will. I think if they win all their games, they will. I think they get 88 or 89. So it's been quite a low point season, which makes sense because this has, of course, been the COVID-19 season that has really affected a lot of teams. So it makes sense that obviously things will not really be covering up as usual than they normally would be. So I get that, understand that, I feel that. So, guys, without further ado, I think it is time for us to try and open up our questions, man. So, guys, get your meals, get your drinks, settle down. Be cool. May 29th, I get it, and also I'm sweating. Guys, no, before we go in, my Liverpool, I've been looking at the table. I've been doing the math, the subtractions, the additions, the foil, first, outer, inner, last for you, my periodical merchants out there. I was scrapping maths. Shout out to Miss Small. Thank you for failing me in maths. And me doing the calculations, Liverpool could say what's up, and I think Liverpool ruined things. So right now we have to put our faith in West Brom and Burnley, who will fail us. But West Brom and Burnley, you can do something for the footballing fraternity. Shout out to your boy Josh Byrne, shout out to your boy Joshua Byrne, aka MT Love. I think that the only right thing that happens is for Liverpool to be in whoa or we need them to be in either of those competitions, either or whoa, because it'll be funny, it'll be hilarious, it'll be nice, and we would have a great stream. Can you imagine how amazing the hangouts would be if you talk about, how many G's can Salah score against FC Thugged Out? Sadio Mane saw his little tiff with Klopp, man. What does that say? Because I was surprised because when Mane didn't start, I was like, wow, he scored in the last game and he benched him. But Klopp was right because Klopp was right. All the guys that scored were the guys that started ahead of him. Firmino scored twice, Jota scored, and Salah scored. So if you're Mane, I think you look foolish saying, see, if you're Mane, you can be angry. Like Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham can be pissed off if he's seen Werner brick it again and again and again. But Mane, you can't say anything where the front three all scored and you've had a particularly bad season. All because you scored against Southampton last game doesn't negate the fact that you've had a pretty trash season. But the key point is the three guys that played all scored. If they didn't score, they break it. Makes sense. So for Mane, you look like a fool there. And I think Klopp is going to have a word with him and say, bro, First of all, you can't have that attitude with me, especially having that attitude in public. That's wrong, man. You have to always be before team. And also, you're losing that argument. So let's head over to our first question. So this is from Mr. If I can just move my thingy. So Mr. John Ice. Mr. John Ice, who says, Q&A, thoughts on Aguero to Barca. In my opinion, I think they're just trying to make Messi happy. Small club mentality to me. Harsh. Spending that much on wages just to make a guy that has at least 3 years left at the top level happy. Should have kept the cannonball if that's the case. So this is interesting. So Aguero to Barcelona, what is this about? Is this a footballing transfer or is this a Messi transfer? Are they getting Aguero because they feel, oh, he stylistically could work really well for Barcelona and for what Barcelona want to do either with or without Koeman? Or is the case that Aguero and Messi are very good friends and they're very close friends? And it's like, my gosh, if we sold one of his close friends in the cannibal, but we're not going to bring back one of his close friends. I sincerely hope and I pray that Barcelona haven't done this transfer because he's Messi's friend. If they do that, this club are even bigger clans than I thought. You already have a wing. And I don't know, maybe I've got to build it like a castle or something because you already have a wing based off of 8-2. So that wing is still chilling out in the Brick Academy. So, but my thing that surely you can't. But let's just say they've done it for football wise. And Aguero is old, which is why I am fearful and I am leaning more towards they've done this because they want to keep it. So yeah, they've done it because they want to keep Messi. So that's my fear. My fear is that you've done this because you want to try and keep Messi. Because this is Barcelona. Barcelona buy guys at their peak. They buy young stars. Say what you want about Griezmann. When they bought Griezmann, this guy was a World Cup winner, and this guy was heralded as one of the best players in his position. They bought the Ooze because this is one of the most exciting young talents out there. When they bought Neymar, he was seen as the next superstar. When they bought Dino, the next superstar. Buying Aguero, you see, you have to get Aguero Aguero and some others. He has to be in addition to other guys as well. So that's why I've got to take a step back and be like, is this right? Is this really the right way to go about this? I mean, because Aguero is old. I mean, I don't mean to be rude, man. Let's look it up. How old is this dude? I don't mean to be ageist. But I think this guy may be saying what's up to Buffon. He may be saying what's up to Buffon. So let's look this up. Aguero age. He's 32. He's going to be 33 in June. He's going to be 33 next month. Now, people can say, wait a minute, Half-Hope. What about your boy Benzema? Benzema is saying what's up in his 30s. Your boy Lewandowski is saying what's up in his 30s. That's cool. Guys, would you put Aguero as one of the best strikers right now? In 2021, is he one of the best strikers right now? Now, look, he's a better option than Goto. Shout out to Goto. I think he's a better option than Goto. But we've seen Messi play with Aguero in Argentina, and it wasn't fruitful, both in the Copa America and the World Cup. America. So I'm sorry, I really think that Barcelona have done this because he's Messi's friend. I don't think they've done this because they truly believe that this is a striker that's going to help them reclaim the Champions League and win back the La Liga crown. So, not good. Not good. Because as I said, Aguero is a good striker. But in 2021, should Barcelona Football Club be buying a 33-year-old Aguero? It reeks of a Messi appeasement. I'm sorry, I don't know what other ways to say it, but it reeks of this is a Messi appeasement, man. let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving. All right, let's hit this now. Let's hit this now. From Matteo, it's a long one. Pause. HH, what are your thoughts on Cristiano to Sporting rumors heating up? Some reports are saying even if he will get top four, he might still leave, and he would even take a pay cut to return to Sporting. After the game, he congratulated them, and lately he has started to comment on the Sporting Instagram account. And his mother, who is a big Sporting fan, was celebrating with the Sporting fans. Sporting will play CL football next season, and Sporting renamed their academy the Cristiano Ronaldo Academy. Wouldn't it be nice and romantic seeing Cristiano return to his boyhood club and finish his career there? And Cristiano has said it in many interviews that he would like to end his career at Sporting next season. Next season Nike will sponsor Sporting. What are your thoughts? Will this be a good move for Cristiano Ronaldo? And in his very successful club career, one thing he hasn't done is win the league in Portugal. Thoughts? Thanks for the question there, Matteo. I think he's the guy that actually won one of the shirts, actually. You see, options. I don't see it. I would personally love Cristiano to play in the Europa League just for my personal amusement. Again, I'm petty, and so for my personal amusement, I would love to see that. But put my personal amusement to one side. Just put it to one side. Would this work? Would this work? So my thing here is this. Sporting Lisbon. Why not? Because that would probably be one of his great achievements. Now I need to obviously do a bit of research as to how good this Sporting Lisbon team is, but good enough to win a league that has both Benfica and FC Porto, two very good, solid teams. Did they win the Portuguese league? Wait, let me just make sure and see. Portuguese league. Portuguese. Oh my gosh, I can't even type Portuguese league. Oh, come on. Portuguese league table. Yeah, they won. Well, or rather, yeah, they pretty won. So 32 games played. And I think, yeah. 5, 6, 7. So 32 games played, they're on 82 points. And Porto are on 74 points. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So they've won. So yeah. So they have 82 points. So yeah, they've won the league. So my thing is this. You win a league that has Benfica and FC Porto, it must be something, because those are two very good, solid teams. Cristiano will augment any team. Even right now, he's going to augment any team. And I think, you have a guy who is a born goal scorer, that would be huge. The Juventus project, I think that what he wanted, it's been a success and a failure, because what he wanted was to win the Champions with Juventus, and that's what he was brought here for. So that's failed. But at the same time, look at the amount of goals that this guy scored. This guy will end up being top goal scorer. I believe he's going to break the 30-goal barrier. He will definitely break the 30-goal barrier, which is very rare in Italy. So he's done that. He's left his legacy there. Going to Sporting Lisbon and trying to win the Champions League with them, your boyhood club, that's different. And that would supersede what he did at Real Madrid and what he did at Man United. Like, if you ask Cristiano, his greatest achievements is being part of that Euro squad. 100%. It's more than the Ballon d'Or. That victory of being part of that crew that won the Euros is huge. And the only thing that would come close to that is winning it with Sporting Lisbon, his boyhood club, where it all started. So if, let's say, because I believe Juve will make top four. So even if Juventus make top four, even if these guys make top four, I would still push forth the argument. That it would still make sense for him to leave. Because you've seen with Agnelli, I don't think these guys have a plan. I think the only plan that they had was to try and join the Super League and have financial security there. But as you said, it's just as I thought. So let's just take all three of them. I would have thought Messi would have returned back to New York's old boys at the end, but it seems as if he's going to end his career at Barcelona, which I was like, okay, cool. I do think that probably in his final year, Neymar probably goes back to Santos. In his final year, he will probably go back to Santos because that's what Ronaldo did. Because Ronaldo went back to Corinthians in his final year. And I always believed that. See, I never really saw Cristiano going back to Man United. I never really saw that. Even if it was rumored, I was never really feeling that. But sports, based on just how patriotic he is, how much he loves Portugal and so forth, I've always felt that Sporting Lisbon thing could be a reality. That Sporting Lisbon thing could always be a strong reality. So even if Juve gets top four, I'll still do it. Because even if Juventus get top four and so forth, what assurances do you have? Who's the manager? Which players are you bringing in? Look at how much he has suffered through here. And I just think that, specifically in the twilight years of his career, it would be a great, massive motivational factor if he just rocked and rolled with Sporting Lisbon. So, but the whole idea is, what would that do for his brand? Because Sporting Lisbon are not a team who are like of the same status as a Man United, a Real Madrid, or a Bayern Munich. But it's such a great story. And everybody loves a good story. Everyone loves a good story. Because if he used to go, that would make headlines. That would be massive. My gosh, man, the guy returns back home and so forth. It would be huge for Sporting Lisbon. It would be massive for those guys. And, and if they surround him. Sorry, that was my mom. Sorry, mom, I'm live streaming. But yeah, if they surround him by a good team, he could do something. So I would say, make it happen. And again, for my humor and for my comedy, I would advise that he stays, that he plays the Europa League. That's just for my humor. But if I'm just being objective and advising, now that would be dud. If Cristiano wins a Champions League with Sporting Lisbon, that would be dud. And I would consider moving on. From Fabio, who says, Fabio, maybe you're doing fabulous. HH, that's my name, don't wear it out. What should count as an assist, in your opinion? I have seen Busquets give the ball to Messi in El Clasico, and Messi dribbles past 5 players and score. Is that an assist? No. I have seen Anderson give Cristiano the ball, and he shots from 45 yards out and scores. Should that count an assist? Should that count as an assist? No. Another thing, should crossing count as an assist? For example, Carvajal cross for Cristiano, bicycle kick against Juventus. Should Carvajal get an assist or not? What is your opinion? This is a superb question. And I love this question because we can now get in-depth into a whole footballing thing. So I love you send this question. I love it. Thank you for that sending this question. I've always felt a way about assists. Always felt a way about assists. If I give you a 5-yard pass and you dribble past 5 guys and put it into the top corner, how did I help you produce that goal? Is a basic 5-yard pass assist? No, it's not. Every professional player can make a basic 5-yard pass. Simple. There's no skill. There is no skill involved in a simple 5-yard pass. There's no skill involved. Now that pass that Pirlo gave to Grosso, there is skill there. The pass that Javi gave to Jordi Alba in the Euro 2012 final, that there's some skill there. The pass that Messi gives to Alba, there's some skill there. The pass from Riquelme to Savio 06 World Cup, there's some skill there. The pass from Dennis Bergkamp to Freddie Ljungberg, there's some skill there. So an assist for me is this pass heavily contributed to you scoring the goal. That has to be what an assist is. If, perfect example, the winning goal that Chelsea scored against Man City, and I think me and Danny T, we talked about this on our episode of Talking Tactics, because we dug in deep into this. The pass that Mount made to Werner, that was the key pass, because that was the pass that took the defense away. And Werner had a very basic pass to play across to Ziyech to score an open goal. But that goal was created from the pass that Mount made. But the stat sheet won't show that, which is why we have to look at assists differently. So which is why I just say that stats are irrelevant. They are irrelevant, because if you show me a stat and say, you man, look, this guy has 15 assists. My question is, I want to see his assists. No, but it's a 15 assists, my assist. So I just it's got 15 assists. I'm like, thanks, but I would like to see the tape and see exactly these so-called 15 assists more had. That's what I want to see. Because now when I see the tape and I'm seeing 2-yard pass, 3-yard pass, a little dink there, and the guy has to walk, that's not an assist. It's not an assist. So whenever you show me a who scored thing and it's like, oh my gosh, this guy had 12, 15 assists, I'm like, I want to see those assists. I want to see them. Like when people say, oh my gosh, like Muller, look at how many assists he had and everything, I'm like, okay, but I want to see them. Because I know that if I see, let's say, the 12 assists that Thomas Muller made, some of them were assists. Others, nah, that's a basic pass. That's a basic pass that I cannot give you as an assist. But then if we now go deeper, should we now give a different weighting for a tap-in? Like a tap-in is a tap, because this is where it gets iffy, because some tap-ins, that's a great goal based on the movement you have to do to get yourself in the position. But the goal that Ziyech scored is, unless you don't have a brain, you didn't have to do much to put yourself in a position to tap the ball inside an empty net. So and this just goes back to the eye test. It goes back to, don't show me numbers. 20 goals for one player and 7 goals for one player doesn't tell me that this player is a better striker than this other player. Because for those 20 goals, did you have to sweat for those 20 goals? What kind of passes were given to you to score those 20 goals? Tell me, But for this guy that scored these 7 goals, those could be 7 world-class goals. Bicycle kick, dribble past 5 guys, a volley from outside of their area, go through guys, chip through guys. So those goals have different weighting. So the guy that scores 7 goals where he made those goals himself, he is a better player than the guy who scored 20 goals. And the guy who scored 20 goals may be a better striker. He could put the ball in the net. But if those are 20 tap-ins, some of them being penalties, but mostly tap-ins, where midfielders have done the hard work, and it's different. Same thing with assists. With this one thing assists, I need to see the footage. I need to see what it looks like before we can now make a proper assessment. So, but thank you for that. That was a great question, man. That was a great, superb question, bro. Next one here from Oscar. HH. Are we coming to an era of, instead of having one superstar, it's better to have 11 good players? Look at the last 2 CL winners, Liverpool and Bayern Munich. No real superstar, just 11 very good players. You look at the CL final this season, City and Chelsea, 2 very good teams, no real superstar. You look at the Real Madrid three-peat, it was a team achievement, but Cristiano was a superstar. When Barcelona was winning the UCL, Messi was a superstar. What are your thoughts on this? Is it better to have 11 good players rather than having a superstar? Because in 2021, the teams with the superstars, PSG, Barcelona, Juventus, they are not winning now. Thoughts? Great question, man. Really good question. And I think I tackled something similar to this on the Patreon. So Patreon guys would have seen a video where I talked about the individual and the team. Stuff has changed, guys. You're not playing De Bruyne or Foden or Kalkunahan. You're playing Pep. Pep is a star. Mourinho is a star. Klopp is a star. Ancelotti is a star. It just shows you things have changed. I've always said before that I can't name you 5, 6, 7 personalities for football. I can't name you 7 guys. Like, this is a guy that you have to deal with today. This is somebody that you have to have a conversation with on the pitch. I can't name you 7. Back in the day, I can name you 7 guys. Easy. I can easily name you 7 personalities who, like, you have to deal with. This individual is coming with an ego. You're dealing with an ego here. Right now, there are no egos. It's all about you live and die, and you fully 100% adhere to the instructions of the manager. So for Oscar, it's about assessing the environment. And what do I mean by that? There are no superstars. So if there are no superstars, or there is not an abundance of superstars or individuals, you have to now focus on team. You have to. Because I believe that, I still believe a superstar or superstars can change the course of a game for you. They can do that. You still need the right team, you still need a right foundation. But Messi can dribble past 5 guys and score. Neymar can do something magical and score. Look at what he did at Miracle at Camp Nou. Cristiano can just look at that hat-trick he scored against Atletico. So the superstar can still do things, but for me, there is a lack of them. And I do feel that once Cristiano and Messi leave, I'm looking around, I don't know how many, I can't see many egos. Like, for me, one of the best examples of this was Robin, which is why I love Robin so much, because Robin was a guy who, he is going to take charge. He is going to take ownership. And he's going to just say, give me the ball, give me the rock, I'm going to roll. And that is always vital to have. How many heroes are there, guys? Please tell me, how many personalities are there? Show me the Rivaldos, the Dinos, the Ronaldos, the Figos, the Del Pieros. Show me the Clives. Show me the Dennis Bergkamps. Show me the Ariel Ortegas. Show me the Rui Costas. And show me the Totti. Show me the personalities. They're not there. They're not there. Show me the Zamoranos, the Marcelo Salases. They're not there. Because football has changed. Football right now is about team. And right now, the manager is king. And it's about the tactics and instructions that the manager brings. So if you're a manager now, it is probably advisable and it's probably wiser to build within the psyche of team. It's probably wiser. Because where are the individuals? Or where are the individuals that you can rely upon who can beat a very good team? Like that PSG Bayern, Mbappe, Neymar. Bayern were just a better team who nullified them, got their tactics right, and when the chance came, they executed. Again, Cristiano did this and so forth. FC Porto were just the better team, better tactics, handled Cristiano in both legs. When their chance came, they took it. Like this, the chance last year and the CL this year is showing that team is winning because there are no individuals, and there are no individuals that you can rely upon. With all this hype by Neymar and Mbappe, what the F do those guys do? What do they do? Although Mbappe has a World Cup, so he's good. Mbappe has a World Cup. Don't you dare forget that. What am I doing? All right. Next on the agenda. From Derek. Thank you for the question, Derek. Hey, HH, what's up? What's up? I'm a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the home of football analysis, man. This is the home of that football content crack. You need to subscribe and enjoying the uniqueness of your content and really appreciates your persistence and consistency on the football hot. I thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyways, my question is, what do you make of the new La Liga TV deal with ESPN in America. It's reportedly worth over $1.4 billion and is the most lucrative TV deal for an overseas league, bigger than the Premier League deal with NBC. Personally, I think that's a great marketing strategy since Americans are slowly becoming more invested into the sport. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. Because I saw this news and I think they had PK who was saying some stuff where he said, La Liga is technically a better league than the Premier League and so forth. Because people will say, is it wise to still invest when Messi is leaving? But here's the thing, though. ESPN, this is for their American audience. And the American audience also has a large Latin population. South America is just a few miles down. So if you speak to most Americans, more likely they support either Real Madrid or Barcelona. So therefore, they're more invested in La Liga. And this goes back to the whole thing of which is the best league? Which is the best league? I always the Premier League. You see, what works, you can't promote the Premier League in America as effectively. I'm not sure whether you can, because I think the Premier League has to do with, let's keep it real, colonialism. The reason why it's big in my country, Nigeria, is because Nigeria was a colony of England, and Nigeria still views England in a romantic way. So it was very easy to make that sell. And England just knows how to bamboozle people into their greatness and so forth. But I think as of right now, the Premier League product in terms of quality isn't very good. It's good in terms of entertainment, of excitement, but the product isn't very good. And it's funny that they do this with what has been one of the most exciting title races in La Liga history. But I think what people have to understand is Barcelona, I think maybe, I'm not sure whether there's a question about this, but Barcelona and Real Madrid will always attract the very best players. If you're a top player, you are not choosing Man United, Liverpool, even Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Juventus over Barcelona and Real Madrid, because Barcelona and Real Madrid, they've built such history to them that they will always be more attractive for the superstar than any other club in the world. So if you're a top player, you know that I have to succeed with Real Madrid. I have to succeed with Barcelona. These are the teams that I have to succeed with. So anytime you see a top player coming through, they will look to go through there. So I think for ESPN, they must have done the numbers, because you don't just put that money out and not for, but it's key what you said before. The sport is growing. And that's a scary thing about football. Hence why I don't know what what the jokers are saying about a Super League. A Super League is going to happen, whether you like it or not. You sort of think, my club, my football club. No. Your football club is a freaking global entity. You don't freaking own it. You don't own it. I'm sorry that may sound harsh. You don't own your freaking football club. It is a global thing that has a global fan base. And eventually, when these guys get it right, that club is going to enter a freaking Super League, whether you like it or not. And I'm going to watch. You're going to watch. You'll cry. You'll jump up. But you're going to subscribe and you're going to watch. So my thing is, this is big. This is huge, because I feel that this is going to raise the profile of the sport a lot. And I think that it's taken such a long time for America to embrace football, but you can't ignore what it is. NFL is never going to be as big as football. Basketball, my second favorite sport, is never going to be as big as football. So I think this will do something to really raise the awareness. Because remember, is it 2026? It's what Mexico, Canada, North America all doing the whole thing. So this is also us building up, raising awareness, and so forth. But that is interesting. That 1.7 billion. That's, as I said again, bigger than anything that the Premier League has done. But I think what ESPN have seen is that they've done their research, and they've seen that, my gosh, look at the amount of people who are invested in this stuff. Look at how many of the people are on YouTube. Look at how much people are consuming this. Because football is a drug unlike any other. That's why we call it the content crack. It's a content crack because football is such an addictive drug that people can't get a hold of. And they're like, with all due respect to basketball and American football, they don't hold a candle to this freaking drug, to this heroin called freaking football. And as I said again, because people always say that, oh, if Cristiano and Messi leave La Liga is finished. You know, Ronaldinho used to be there. Rivaldo used to be there. There is going to be a new superstar that will be different from Messi and Cristiano. And Barcelona and Real Madrid will always, and this is a fact. You can do it. I don't care what anyone says. Okay, like I'm telling you facts. Barcelona and Real Madrid will always attract the very best players. So you can guarantee the very best players will be in Barcelona and Real Madrid. So after Cristiano won his Ballon d'Or with United, I believe, ever since that Ballon d'Or that Cristiano won, the Ballon d'Or has been won by either a Real or a Barcelona player. And even if we look at through history and so forth, I can bet with you that most of the time the Ballon d'Or or the Best Player award has come from a guy that has either played for Barcelona or Real Madrid, specifically La Liga, but those two clubs. Because if you're one of the best, you are going from either United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and thinking to think. Look at Hazard. Hazard was like, okay, I've done my thing at Chelsea. I need to now go to Real Madrid. What's it called? Henry was like, okay, I've done my thing at Arsenal, and I need to go over to Barcelona now. What was it called? Etso. I've done my thing at Mallorca, and I need to go to Barcelona right now. So people are like, don't that because you can't go higher than Real. You don't go higher from Real and Barcelona. You simply don't. Barcelona are reeling right now. You know, they are reeling right now, both financially and so forth. But the name is the name. You know, like as Marlo said in The Wire, my name is my name. You know, so that name will always hold sway. And it's just about Barcelona finding that next superstar, that next G who can say, what's up? Who knows? If his surgery goes well, it could be Ansu Fati. But yeah, that is very good news for the American audience and ESPN. And this even relates to it. So from Have Hope for Cristiano, so it's an odd name. Question for the Q&A. All great paths lead through Barcelona and Real Madrid. Can Mbappe or Haaland's career be fully successful and great if they don't sign for any of these clubs, or is it a requirement? So it's similar to what I said. We need to sort of tackle this, because if Man City win that Champions League, they're now an emerging market. If PSG ever win that Champions League, they're an emerging market as well. What makes Barcelona and Real Madrid so big is their history. Barcelona's history of Cruyff, that amazing tiki-taka team, those trebles that they won. Real Madrid, they've won the most Champions League, so they are the biggest club in the world. So if you're Mbappe or Haaland, you can make a legacy at PSG, at Bayern, at Man City, or so forth. But history is history. And the name is the name. It's like, it's going to take ages before that Man City or PSG shirt weighs as heavy as the Barca and Real Madrid shirts. Because like when you put on that shirt of Real Madrid or Barcelona, it has weighting. There is weight to it. You can feel the history. You can feel the importance. And psychologically, you say, succeeding for Man City and PSG isn't the same as succeeding for Barcelona and Real Madrid based on what it's about. Because you're like, Dino wore this shirt. Romario wore this shirt. Ronaldo wore this shirt. Messi wore this shirt. You know, if you go to Real Madrid, Zidane wore this shirt. Raul wore this shirt. Modric wore this shirt. Cristiano wore this shirt. You know, Figo wore this shirt. You know, Hierro wore this shirt. So there's that waiting. You know, because again, nobody ever did. Let's keep it real. Real Madrid have won the most Champions Leagues, and they're the only team who won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. That's special. People will argue that probably the greatest club side of all time in terms of control was that Barcelona side. Like that Barcelona side, people can say that we've never seen a team control a game to the level that these guys have. Like, and people have made the argument. I mean, we can argue about it on Sunday hangers, but people argue, no, that this is the greatest club side of all time. Yes, they didn't defend their titles, they did go with 3 peats, but no, based on their performance and the quality of their football and how the level of ball that they put forward, this is past the greatest football side that we've ever seen. People can say that. People can say that. So I believe Mbappe knows. So does Haaland. I think they do know. I think they know that all roads lead through Barcelona and Real Madrid. They know this, which is why, going back to the previous question, ESPN knows this. ESPN knows that, no, once they just get their finances right, $1.4 billion, he said, could be more. You don't know that you have to. You don't know that you have to share that around. You know, you have to be able to. You have to be able to share that money around. And if that money is being injected into Barcelona and Real Madrid, that could help them financially. Because that could be the pay packet that they've always needed. Because ESPN know that no team has the greater global marketability than these two guys. But see, United is a big global brand, perhaps the biggest. They don't have the football respectability that Barcelona and Real Madrid do. They just don't. You know, if let's say if the next superstar isn't choosing United over Barca or Real Madrid, the next superstar is saying that even if he goes to a United, he's like, I'm going to have to choose between Barca or Real Madrid. I have to. It is what I told you that this is football. I just give you facts here. I'm not here to be a fanboy or so like, oh yeah, my club is the best. No. I'm giving you facts. They will always be on top of the freaking tree. And even if City win the Champions League, even if PSG win the Champions League, you are still so far behind. Because as I said again, Real Madrid have won the most Champions Leagues. They did a 3-peat. Barcelona produced arguably perhaps the greatest club side that we've ever seen in terms of team performance. So unless you emulate that, they'll always say what's up. They'll always say what's up. And also as well, and I was thinking to myself that, guys, think about it in your head, live chat. Just run it through your head. The best players in the world, the best players in history, they've always played for either Barcelona or Real Madrid. Very few. I mean, we can name Maldini, who was at AC Milan for his whole career. Apart from that, Cannavaro was at Real Madrid at a point. You could say Nesta, because Nesta was Parma, then Milan. Desai, he was at Milan, you know. So all the great players you can think of. Just think of Maradona was at Barcelona at the time. You know, he was at Barcelona at the time. All the great players you can think of, they all played for either Barcelona or Real Madrid. The same can't be said for other clubs. The same can't be said for other clubs. Of where that top player, we have to go through here. We have to go through here. So it's what it is, man. And for our final questions of the day, before I come to your lovely live questions, from Scott, who says, hello, HH. What are your plans for Euro 2020? Shows looking back at previous Euros like he did with the UCL, talking about the games and announced 26 squads. Also, HH, you should do Euro 2020 fantasy football with the people. And you can also do your prediction there on the Euros website. Funny you say that. Now, I still need to just work out a few kinks and so forth. And I'll do this as an official video. But a company has approached me. A company has approached me because they want me to set up a specific fantasy league for the Euros. So once all that is set up and everything, guys, we are going to have our own specific league, fantasy league, prediction fantasy league for the Euros. And it's a Dutch company, man. So shout out to my Dutch brothers out there. Shout out to my Dutch brothers out there. So yes, I am working with a company, approached me to say that we want you to do a fantasy league for Euro 2020. So that's going to pop off. Scott, this is my bag. This is my bag. You know, I've always said, like, you know, during the season, I'm looking at the big games and so forth, you know, El Clasicos and obviously CL and everything. Look at my record. For guys who've been rolling with me since 2010, I've never missed a World Cup, AFCON, Euros, Copa America. Asian, you know, they had because of the timings. It's my bag. And which is why I'm just trying to rev myself up on everything, because hopefully, touch wood, you know, we're going to pop off. Pre-match, hopefully, God willing, pre-match, post-match of every game. Watch-alongs. We're going to pop off with watch-alongs. I'm going to be reaching out to correspondents. So rep your country, and you'll be brought along to now do previews and reviews of games. Competitions galore. We're going to be running competitions galore, predictions where you can win t-shirts, merch, and so forth. The hangouts are going to pop off. We're going to have Euro-themed hangouts and everything. I'm going to get guys to be much interactive. So for previewing, reviewing games, send in your videos, send in your thoughts. And you have to send in your thoughts within a video. Because again, I told you, we're trying to, like, it's been tough. But guys, it's my bag. I told you, I had to do this for free. I can't say to myself, I can't believe that I'm getting paid to do what I've been doing since I was 7 years. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. I've been watching football, talking about football since I was 7 years old. So it's crazy that I'm paid anything. I'm even paid one couple for doing this stuff. Box score. We're going to pop up. That's why it's going to be such a monumental task. I'm just trying to organize so I can ensure that I give you guys the best quality content. So run it during the run-up and so forth. If you look on the channel, we've already scheduled a few shows, but we're going to be doing team by team breakdown, player breakdown, and once things goes, you can be sure preview reviews for games, looking back at Euros. It's going to pop off. I also score. Remember as well, Copa America. I've got my eye on that. So it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be very tough for me. It's going to be very hard for me. But guys, it's called content crack. I have to do this. I don't know how I can do it by myself individually, but I'm going to have to do it because it is what it is. Because it's going to be a huge summer, and we need this based on how painful it was. Because freaking COVID, you piece of shit. We're going to have to see what's up, man. So that's the bad one. So let's switch things around. Okay, let's switch things around right now. Let's stop my screen. Share screen. Bada boom. What are we doing? Nope. Okay, what are we doing? Camera. There we go. Beautiful. So let's take your lovely, beautiful questions, man. All right, let me just check whether I've missed out on any dubs. We are the men in tights. Okay, let's see. What are we doing? Let's just make sure I've not missed on any doobs. La. All right. Okay. So let's get Laxon again says, who is that in reference to? Who is that in reference to? And LSK Laxon Gain says Cristiano to win the CL with Sporting odds. Now, the odds might be pretty good, man. The odds might be pretty good if he was to do that. You know, I mean, I wouldn't bet on it. You know, actually, you know what? I probably would, because that's something that's I just feel could probably happen. So if it did happen, as angry as I would, because the Cristiano fanboys would be after me, I'd be like, you know what? At least I want some cash. So guys, I'm in the live chat right now. Send your questions through. Send your questions through. Send your questions through. I will answer them the best I can. Send your questions through. Thoughts on Laporte switching to Spain? I fully support him, 100%. Like that's very, like, there's nothing to discuss. I 100% support him doing that. Like, it's 100% so support. There is nothing even to discuss, because if you know that you are near your peak and a football's career is finite and you're literally not getting played, what are they supposed to freaking do? Because Spain doesn't have an abundance of defenders. And if Laporte is there, Laporte will definitely be one of Spain's best defenders. So 100% like a defensive partner. And let's keep it real. Unless Luis Enrique is sniffing crack, Piqué is trash. So if you're smart, you partner Ramos with Laporte. So Laporte on the left side, Ramos on the right side. That makes sense. Because now if you have that defensive pairing, that's a damn good defensive pairing. Ramos and Laporte. So for Laporte, makes full sense, because Didier Deschamps is stubborn. He is stubborn. This guy will never play Benzema, and he'll never pick Laporte, because Deschamps will always stick to his guns. He will always stick to his guns. So yeah, I fully support your boy doing that. How will Zidane leave Madrid, and where would he go? Now, I'm hearing that whether they win the league or not, he's going to leave. Juventus makes so much sense. He played for Juventus. They need a change in manager. It makes sense. But my thing is, he has to go there with assurances. Because the state that Juventus are in, specifically if Cristiano leaves, he's going to be like, I can't do anything with these fruit sellers. You know, like I literally cannot do anything with these fruit sellers. So it's, I don't know. Zidane has to do France. He has, because if Zidane wins with France, game over. That is the final frontier. It's just like Star Trek. That is the final frontier for Zidane. If he does something with France, there's nothing else to talk about. There's literally nothing else to talk about, man. What? Are you sure? Are you sure? Coach, I will. Whoa. Wait. BBC Copa America 2021. Oh! BBC lands rights to Copa America. Oh, BBC lands rights to Copa America. Oh, wow. This is, Coach, thank you for the dub. I don't want to subscribe to your freaking thing. Can you, oh, you fucking, huh? Wait, wow. So the BBC will broadcast all 28 games from the 2021 Copa America tournament, which begins on, oh, wow. That's huge. That is huge. Coach, bless your soul. Bless your soul, Coach. That's a dub. That is a dub. That's huge. Because for me, I was thinking about, okay, do I have to subscribe to Premier Sports and everything? But because really, it works. I say, like, because BBC have to cover the Euros, But remember, Copa America is at freaking 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So all the matters are like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So obviously, they may have like that may be like BBC Three or BBC One, but because the times are different, they can say what's up. It's huge, guys. I think we can live. I think we can live. I think we can live. Because that's huge. That's huge. You know. Oh wow. So yeah, Premier Sportsman. No, no thanks, John. From LSK Laxon, thoughts on Double H's shades coming off last week? That was my clone. That wasn't me. So I don't know who you're referring to. That wasn't me. So shades, my shades always gone. So I don't know who you're referring to. That wasn't me, bro. So I think you have someone else different. From Andrew Laurie, thank you for the snack. Thank you for. Do we underplay the Premier League domination in the CL 05 to 2012? 22 semi-final appearances compared to La Liga's 12 and Bundesliga 5. We dropped off between 13 and 17, but we're back. Andrew, let's look into this right now. 05 to 2012, how many times did the Premier League team win? So 05, Premier League team won. A Premier League team won in 05, in 08 and 2012, 3 times. You know. But if you look from 2010 to 2020, a Spanish team won 2011, 2015, and then 2014, 16, 17, 18. 6 times. And also put ahead with the whole semi-final things and everything. So for me, I think, dominance, rather than you get into semis, is we have to start with how many times did you win? Then how well did the teams do? So how far did you get into the semi-final? So there's never been dominance like what Spain did. Never been. Like Premier League popped up, and I think that was a golden age for the Premier League because that was Chelsea's strongest team. That was a very tough United team, and Liverpool also said what's up. So I think Chelsea, Liverpool, United really were strong in that 05 to 2012 era. But I think that we've never seen dominance like Spain because Barcelona, and let's keep it real, Barcelona should have defended their title. Either in 2010, they won 1,000% of theirs in 2012. Chelsea just said what's up, but 1,000% they should have. So the degree to the quality of those Spain teams was greater than the Premier League teams. The Premier League back, but then it goes back to what I said in my question thing before. It looks good. You have United in the Europa League, which they will win, and the Premier League team is going to win. So basically, you could have a situation where 2 Premier League teams win both Europa, which I think is going to happen. United should win, and I think they will win the Europa League. And it's either going to be Chelsea or City winning the Champions League. But my thing is, Andrew, what happens next year? And the next year? And the next year? So before you can say the Premier League is back, I need us to revisit this in 4 years' time. So, okay, in 4 years' time, how many times did the Premier League team win a CL or Europa? And also as well, let's not forget, this is Champions League and Europa. They're both combined. And we know what Atletico and Sevilla did in this past decade. So let's see what the next 5 years hold. Because maybe La Liga is on the downward turn. If Barca or Real get hold of a stud or a superstar, things could get interesting, man. Do you think that the Champions Cross will hit France in 2022? Cross is big. France won in 98. They make it out of the groups in 02. Italy won in 06. They make it out of the groups in 2010. Spain won in 2010. They make it out of the groups in 2014. So, but here's the difference. The French squad is so deep. And they've got so many young players. Because the key thing, I think the mistake that those teams made is 4 years is a long time. 4 years is a long time in football. Very long time in football. And the mistake that those teams made is you thought that what worked 4 years ago will work now, which is stupid. Like Holland were like, okay, you got us in 2010, 2014. We know how to beat you, and we got that ass. And Chile, we're going to get that ass. For France, I think for France they were overconfident. I think they just got too arrogant. They got too arrogant. Italy, Lippi, being an old school Italian, pretty much the same team. Guys, go back to 2010 final group game, Italy against, I believe it was Slovakia. Look at Cagliarella's goal. Because they went, some people forget, look at Cagliarella's goal in that thing. It was insane. It could. I could see it happen. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I think the Champions course will miss them because I feel that the team is so young. The team is so young and there's still new guys coming through. I think it's now them winning. I don't know. That's a different thing. Them winning, I don't really know, man. So, but I think it will miss them out. From your boy Yasser Saeed, who says, thank you for the meal. HH, what has been the most exciting league this season? If I'm being 1,000%, it has to be the Ligue 1, Serie, La Liga, and EPL has been trash. Yeah, EPL has been trash. And don't talk to me about the top four race. Anybody that tries to promote a top four race, you're a loser, because that is a loser's mentality. And Wenger was the guy that made it popular. But yeah, most exciting is La Liga. 100%. Ligue 1 is really between two teams, Lille and PSG. Serie has been good, but I think you've seen Inter sort of great. But I think Serie has been I think this has definitely been one of the most exciting Serie seasons in a long time, based on just how closely matched Atalanta, Napoli, Milan, and things like. I think what was surprised about the Serie was how Milan just took everybody by some people. Were like, oh, Milan, okay, whoa. We didn't really know that we didn't know you were about that life. We didn't know that you were really about that life. So yeah, I think yeah. For me, it's been, if I was to rate it, definitely La Liga, then I'll say Serie A, Ligue 1, and then yeah, Premier League. City just walked it. They just walked it. I think I addressed this earlier. Thoughts on Mane's fight with Klopp? Is it done at Liverpool? It depends. They will have a conversation. And once they have a conversation, it depends how Mane reacts. Because, as I said earlier, Mane, you don't have an argument. You've been trashed this season. Yes, you scored in the last game. And yes, you may feel hard done by. The three guys that started ahead of you, they all scored. So you have nothing to say. You could maybe have an argument and even if it's, you still can't, because it's based on you have to have discipline. But the main thing is that those three guys, they all scored. Jota, Salah, and Firmino, they all scored. And you've had a bad season, so Klopp was right to bench you. And when you came on one of your first touch, you slipped. So I think for me, Mane just it's frustration, because it would have pained him that he didn't start. It would have even pained him extra that all three of them scored. So I think he has to just grow up, and he's going to be a professional, man. He's going to be a professional. Do you think the Barcelona team featuring Emerson underachieved in the UCL after 2015? For me, I think it's the beauty of football. And it's why we love the sport so much. Because when they did what they did in that year, I was like, guys, it's over. Like, how do you stop this? This is a cheat code. So the assumption was, this is the most devastating front three that we've ever seen in club football. They're going to win everything. But Atletico were like, nah, we have a tactic. Which is the beauty of our football, is that, and that's the beauty of football and the beauty of the Champions League. So I wouldn't say that's they underachieved. I would just say it's the beauty of football, because never gets overconfident. And I do believe that based on what they did in that season, they just felt, oh no, nobody can stop us. We're good. So I think that's I don't want to use the word underachieve. I want to say that give Atletico the dub. Now, I'm one of those guys that don't want to give Simeone the dub, although he's probably going to end up winning the La Liga title now. But, give them the freaking dub. Atletico just had a game plan for both legs that just sussed them out. A great defensive plan and a great attacking plan that just sussed them out, And I just feel that since then, they didn't know how to rest. And this goes back to my belief that the style just aligned for them that season. But the issue is, that's why I can't give Luis Enrique credit. Because if you're really about that life, if you're really that good of a manager, bro, you should be owning these freaking guys. You should be saying what's up every single season. But you can't. So how good are you really? Where will Kante rank amongst all-time midfielders if he wins the CL? See, I don't want to go there. Because I don't want to tempt fate, But there are Euros to come. He's still got to do something about the Euros. He's still got to do something about the Euros, man. But it'll be interesting. Because my thing is that if, let's say, he wins the Champions League, he wins the Euros, we'll have to have a real conversation about this guy's accolades. But for me, we're not there yet. So I don't want to tempt fate. I don't want to push things too forward, man. So no. Wiseca Jackson, thanks for the meal, man. Thanks for that meal. Why LSK Laxon, thanks for the meal, LSK Laxon. My dear friend, despite having 0 European club achievements to his name, El Fenomeno, no, his name is etched in football history. Though Neymar will only be remembered by the streets. Thoughts? First of all, I don't appreciate that underhanded comments that you're trying to put forth. The freaking goat El Fenomeno. As I said again, Ronaldo was so good. He was so good. No one cares that he didn't win the freaking Champions League. As I said many times, if he didn't have his knee injury and you put him on Real or Barcelona, he's winning the Champions League every year. Basically, it would be a cheat code. Pick Ronaldo at Barcelona and thinking he's winning the Champions League. He almost won the league single-handedly with Inter Milan, who had nobody. It was him by himself. So my thing is, how do you know the streets are going to remember Neymar? Neymar hasn't done what... See, Dino, the streets will always remember the Dino, and he led Barcelona to a CL. Told you, Neymar, no, these are facts. That's why you moved to PSG, because no one's giving you credit for that MSN win. It's MSN. It ain't Neymar led. It's MSN. 2006, Ronaldinho was a sole superstar. He was a sole superstar. He carried them and he led them to that CL. Neymar, you didn't carry nothing, bro. It's MSN. People always refer, you come as a package. If Neymar comes, no, wait, where's Messi and the cannibal? What about, no, I'm not serving you. You're not allowed in this club until I see freaking Messi and the cannibal up this club. You're not allowed in this freaking club until I see those two guys. So that's the key thing. So I said again, for the Phenom, El Fenomeno, his name is etched in history. His name is etched in history. You can come up with your garbage, crap, insulting, offensive piece of nonsense thing about, he didn't win any Champions League and so forth, means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It will do nothing to discredit his freaking name, because I told you, I said, don't mess with me, my boy. You say that he has no Champions Leagues. You losers, you can't score in a World Cup knockouts game. You can't even give me a single goal in a World Cup knockouts. Ronaldo scored a hat-trick at Old Trafford. So he does that with a blown up knee. So, bro, as I say, no, Neymar, you won't be reminded by the streets. You'll be remembered as a PSG flop. And Messi and Cannibal, they gave you life. I don't want to. You stats merchants, I don't want to hear any crap about how. Oh, but here's when they call goal contributions. I watched that actual thing. Use your freaking eyes. Get off the freaking phone. Get off freaking who scored. Sit your lazy asses down and watch the freaking game. Because I watched all MSN's games, and that was a trio where they relied on each other. Neymar's legacy is trash. His legacy is trash. His legacy is pretty trash. And Coach Neros, thank you for telling me. I ain't missing a single game in the Copa America. Because let's see, Brazil you are by far the strongest team in the Copa America. Argentina, these guys, they're a total waste of time. So forget those guys. So you best win this Copa America, bro, because they won this without you. So if you are in this team and you don't win, bro, I don't want to hear about this dude, man. Okay, you were supposed to be the next guy. You were supposed to have a Ballon d'Or, but you haven't. That's your fault. Okay, it's your fault. From your boy, yes, I said, man. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Yes, I eat. HH, why is Poch rated higher than Diego Simeone to the media and a lot of people? For me, Poch is nowhere near the quality of Simeone, both Argentinian, by the way. As much as Simeone annoys me and so forth, that's an insult. Yes, side, the media are losers. They're losers. They don't know what they're saying. Pochettino is a loser. Because what you pulled in that CL final with the Tottenham shows me that ever since what he did in that CL final, you'll always be a loser to me and you'll always be a chump. Simeone, let's keep it real. You've helped to define Atletico. Let's keep it real. Has Pochettino won a trophy? Okay, no, speak up. Has Pochettino won a trophy? Simeone has a La Liga title and has won 2 Europa Leagues. So if you don't have a freaking trophy, what are we talking about here? I don't want to hear that loser speak about, well, he got top to the final. I don't give a crap about that stuff. Who cares when you got into a final? You failed. And that's all that matters. You failed. From Latin Lozario, man. Oh, if you ever do a hangout on your other channel pertaining to the Joe Budden situation, I'd like to join. It's an interesting concept. Latin, we'll set it up, bro. Because what's it called? Because me and Red, oh my gosh, because me and Red, we're gonna talk about stuff on Sunday. So if you want, DM me on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram, and then we can sort out. Because I know you don't use Twitter, so send me a DM on Instagram. Join me and Red on Sunday because it's a extremely interesting conversation that has many different permutations, but it's a very, very interesting conversation about business. Bottom line, guys, whether you know the situation or not, never, ever, ever go into business with family or friends. I've spoken. Andrew Laurie, man, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Andrew Laurie, man, thank you for the dub. In my opinion, if Kante wins the CL and the Euros, he is the GOAT. No question. Don't forget the dud with Leicester City and also the biggest dud of all time. He didn't start at a top academy. No, I said again, look. You see, Andrew, look, I don't want to tempt fate because May 29th is huge. And Andrew, if I'm looking at the league table right now, I think we actually have to win that game come May 29th. But my thing is that Kante's resume is looking high. It's looking high because the thing about it is that this isn't the case of Arbeloa. Arbeloa, you are just part of an amazing Spain side. You're just part of an amazing Real Madrid side. You didn't really contribute. Kante was a massive reason why Leicester won that league title, which is one of the greatest duds of all time. Kante was a big reason why Chelsea won the FA Cup. It was a big reason why they won the league title. And Kante, as everyone says, was a huge reason why France won that World Cup. So this guy is being critical for Leicester, for Chelsea, for France. See what happens in the CL final. I'm going to be a nervous wreck for it. I will be sweating my balls off come that CL final, man. But what? No, we'll have it. I told you it's about the narrative. We'll have to have a conversation, and it's like if you look at what he's done, because it's a combination of trophies won and dud. Because I rate dud very high because a dud gives you that extra boost. So it's a dud mixed with what he's done, bro. He might be near the goats. Not just resume. That's the thing. He is a quality player. Like I don't want to hear anything about how he runs a lot. He can run here and run stuff. No, he is genuinely a quality, amazing player, man. So whimsical football member. I agree. Do you think Ramos will go to PSG? Ramos and Marquinhos would be great. Plus mentality boost. I think it's also Messi's best option due to an easy league and focus on the UCL. What do you expect? So I think they're saying something that Ramos has been he's been following some players. He's been following some PSG players on Instagram. It would be a good signing, but my thing is this though: is Marquinhos and Kimpembe are a great partnership. Kimpembe can sometimes lose his head, sometimes go a bit crazy, but they formed a really good defensive partnership. So, do you want to break that? Because Ramos has to go to a club where he's a guaranteed starter. He's not going to just sit on the freaking bench. No, I'm going to a club where I am guaranteed to be starting. Do you break up Marquinhos and Kimpembe to bring in Ramos? Because remember, guys, it's not about having two quality defenders. It's about having a great defensive partnership. Stones isn't a great defender, but he forms a great partnership with Ruben Diaz. So you can't assume that Ramos comes in and forms a great partnership with Marquinhos or Kimpembe. For Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe would be crazy. I won't lie. I would still like a striker in there, but I think it may be too many cooks in the kitchen. Because we said, Emerson did win everything, so Messi going to PSG isn't a guarantee. But if it's between PSG and Barcelona, so right now, I think PSG would be a much more attractive option for your boy Messi. From LSK Laxima, thank you for the dub. Would Kante have worked under Uncle Mo in 04? Oh, for sure, 100%. Like, he would be perfect. Mourinho would love him. Mikel was pretty much a Kante. That was Mourinho's Kante, was Obi Mikel. Now, I wanted Obi Mikel as an attacking midfielder, but it is what it is. But no, Kante would have been superb. Kante would have been superb because that is such a crucial role. Like, he had it with Cambiaso, Inter, obviously Makalele for Chelsea, and he tried to have it with Matic in Man United. So it would have been quality. Kante would have been a perfect, amazing fit for Mourinho. Like his kind of player, man, for sure. From Yasser man, thank you for the dub. Yes, thank you for the dub. HH. Also, let's not forget Simeone got to 2 CL finals that he lost. You see, Yasser, you have to know. You see, Yasser, you can't do that. You can just say he got to 2 CL finals. What happened? He lost them. So, HH. Also, let's not forget that Simeone got to 2 CL finals that he lost. And all Poch has to his name is a single CL final. People got to give credit where it's due. As I said, I'm not giving you credit because you reached 2 finals that you lost. That's a loser's mentality. You lost them. Well done for making it. You lost the finals. That's not good. But my thing is La Liga win and the 2 Europa wins. That's the key thing. That is a defeatist mentality if you hold you reaching 2 finals as a form of success. You can't do that. You're being a loser there, man. Completely, man. So All right, where? Um, says Ish, what do you think? Ish, what do you think should Cristiano do, and what do you expect to happen? Even if you even make top four, they're not going to win the UCL right now. My thing is, it depends what's. As I said earlier, go back to Sporting Lisbon, man. That would be my advice. My advice is he should head back to Sporting Lisbon, man. That's my thing, because my advice is if he heads back to Sporting Lisbon, it would make sense. Like, it would be a nice romantic story. It would be a nice romantic story if he was to head back, man. You know. What will you do if Chelsea bottle top four and lose to City in the CL? As I said, my dear friend, man, that is one of my darkest nightmares. One of my nightmares is, and I'm trying to just mentally prepare myself for it, because you see, that's why I always say, guys, be very careful the kind of praise you give to Tuchel. Just be very careful with it, because this praise that you sort of give him and so forth, like, just keep it in check. Just keep that stuff in check. That would be horrible. And that would be a disaster. And make no mistake, that can happen. That can happen, man. It can definitely happen for them, bottling top four and losing to City in the CL, man. And that would just and now when that happens, what do you now do with the Tuchel? Are we sleeping on Harry Maguire? One game he doesn't play, and the United defense was all over the place. Now, I was doing a live stream with Red Devil Studio, go check him out. And he is a United fan. And he said that, no, the defense is an issue. So this isn't a case of like, oh, because my Maguire is going to, no. Maguire has made mistakes, and there is something wrong with the United defense. Now, obviously, they were particularly bad without Maguire there. And obviously, Baye has not really played a lot of games. But you can't look at that and say, oh my gosh, without Maguire, these guys are trash, because we've seen Maguire for a lot of the games, and he's been crap as well. Okay, let's keep it real. He's been very crap as well, man. So, yeah, it's really all depends, man. It really all depends. Would you take War? I would really consider it. Jorginho, I think, has to be sold. Kovacic, I think, is definitely a vital player, or is he Kante is vital. But a midfield three of Oar, Kovacic. So of Oar, Kovacic, and so we say of Oar, Kovacic, and Kante, that would be money. That would be money. So for me, I would strongly consider. I would seriously strongly consider it, man. Quick question here. No, I was strongly no. I mean, like, because Owa is quality, man. Because I think what Chelsea do need is a midfielder who can truly control things. Wait, guys, 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'll be back. One second. Yo, let me just. So, whimsical thought, man. Thank you for that. I'm late, but did you talk about Ruben Amorim? He's on course to do a 34-match Invincibles with 2 games to go. I know it's Portuguese league, but still. Wait, Ruben Amorim, man. Let me. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, no, look, that's amazing. Of course, to do a 34-match Invincibles. Okay, so they've not lost away. Let me just really check this. So they've not lost a league. Let me just check this real quick. Wait, guys, please don't send in any more dubs, please, because I actually need to go. So this is the last thing that I've got to take, man. Oh wow! So yeah, 32 games played, 25 wins, 7 draws. Oh no, that's amazing. If he ends up doing that, amazing. And if they keep him and Cristiano comes, that'd be huge. So 100% that, because they've got 2 games to go. If he does that, that'd be amazing. And the Invincible in any league, I don't care what league it is, I don't care. Invincible in any league is amazing. What Wenger did, what Kante did, I don't think it's ever happened in Spain. I don't think anyone Invincible Spain. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely superb. Guys, I'm sorry. I just had some bad news. Bad news. I don't want to go into any details. I just had some bad news, so I just need to just speak to some peeps about it because I can't continue this with a clear head, man. But hopefully I'll be back tomorrow to do some stuff, man. But yeah, sorry guys, just like phone call, bad news, really bad news and everything, man. But I'll be back. So we'll be back here tomorrow. So guys, tomorrow, Twitch stream Chelsea against Leicester City. And Saturday hangout. So check the YouTube things. Twitch stream tomorrow. Chelsea Leicester. Join me for our Twitch stream with some friends and Saturday hangouts, man. So peace out. So I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. So.